What up friends, welcome back to the channel. This video I thought I'd just go through a couple of things that I've stopped buying or that I never really used to buy that much that can really add up over time and kind of cost you a lot of money. A few things that you can look at in order to reduce your expenditure, the stuff that you spend on. It doesn't mean that you have to use this list and go look at this exact list in your life. It's more just to have a bit of insight and awareness into the things that you spend your money on. There's always stuff that you can reduce. So the first thing I think, which is quite common, and I think these sort of topics include the same point, and that is buying coffees or hot chocolates, that sort of thing. For me, I don't really buy drinks in general, just any type of drinks, whether it be bottled water, bottled juice, fruit juices, coffee, hot chocolates, anything like that really. I usually just stick to water, which I bring myself or which I have on me, or just tap water where you can. I've never really been a fan of drinks. I know it's quite a big industry that a lot of people love, especially coffee. It's definitely something that can be looked at in order to reduce it a little bit, because sometimes we get caught up in the day-to-day things with work and you going out for coffee with all your colleagues and whatnot, and it's very easy just to have a lot of glasses of these things throughout the day. So definitely something that you can think about and definitely try to reduce a little bit, even if it's just reducing it by 1 cup a day. And usually other sort of drinks, like fruit juices, energy drinks, all these things, they usually can just contain a lot of sugar, which is really not good for us anyway. So if you can reduce those, I think that'll be a big win in terms of your health. Yeah, then the second thing, kind of leading on to the previous point, eating out or eating takeout, it's a big industry. A lot of people love it. It's convenient. There's a lot of reasons why we buy such things, but most of it is quite unhealthy for us and probably not the best for us. So if you can reduce it, it's definitely worth looking at. I know it can be difficult if you work a lot of long hours. It's always easy just to pick up a takeaway, a fast food takeaway. So yeah, if you can manage to reduce that, try to cook at home a lot more, try to cook home food more. That's always a good win. A lot of positives. One, you can save a lot of money in the long term. 2, for your health, it's really beneficial to switch out fast food or takeaways with home cooked food, fresh foods, fresh fruit and vegetables, stuff like that. The third point, using a bicycle or using an electric skateboard to get around, to commute, as opposed to driving a car. This saves a lot of money in terms of fuel, in terms of mileage and wear and tear on the car. This is kind of turning into a health video, but yeah, it's beneficial for your health. You can sort of do some exercise without actually thinking that you're doing some exercise by cycling. If you live close to work, you can cycle to work. You can even walk to work. Like I just use the bicycle to go to the gym and back, for example. Sometimes swap it out just for walking. If you can minimize using your car and spending money on fuel, I think that's always a good thing. Point 4 is in terms of clothing. I'm not such a big fan of buying fancy brands or stuff like that, so I also just prefer 100% cotton or bamboo sort of materials in terms of clothing. I try to buy as little clothing as possible, or even if I can get it secondhand, that's always a win. If I do need anything specifically, I do try a lot to get stuff on sale. You can really save a lot just by doing that and avoiding the big brand names, which are quite expensive, and they can have their own issues in terms of sustainability, etc. But that we won't get into now. And remember, when you do buy some new clothes, just remember to go through your wardrobe and your cupboards and try to clear out or give away stuff that you're not using anymore. So usually we tend to just accumulate and buy more stuff, more clothes, more t-shirts, stuff like that. And then stuff just piles up in our cupboards with our old t-shirts just sitting there, when you can give them away, give them to people who need them, and they can still be used as opposed to just sitting in your cupboard. 5th point is impulse buying. For me, I don't really buy impulsively. I don't really buy little things, like sweets or chocolates that are in that last aisle, or like ornaments and stuff like that. So I guess for me, I'm kind of lucky in that way that I never feel the need or the motivation to want to buy that sort of stuff. But if you really like that stuff, it can just also become an accumulation of stuff like that you just accumulate over time. It may not seem like a lot of money at the time, but it does add up if you're buying these things regularly. So definitely worth looking into and just being aware of that as well. If you can reduce that I think that can save you quite a bit in the long run. Those are just 5 things that you can be aware of or look into your own life, and maybe just make a list of the stuff that you spend your money on and see where you can kind of reduce spending money on and reduce bit by bit. Once you write it down and once you make a list of these things, it's far easier to see just exactly what you spend your money on. You'll be a lot more aware of the things that you're buying, and it'll be a lot easier for you to pinpoint. And you can say that, for example, I had 5 coffees today, I think I should reduce it to 4. It's just about being aware of these things, and then slowly but surely, you can kind of reduce and reduce as much as you want to. Don't feel the need that you should reduce if you don't want to, or you could just be having 1 coffee a day. That's fine. You don't need to reduce that, or 1 hot chocolate a day, or whatever the case is. But if you want to, I think that's a good way to do it. Yeah, don't think that you just need to make a drastic change overnight and from 5 hot chocolates a day, just cutting it out to 0 overnight. You'll probably find that after a week or 2 weeks, you'll just go straight back to the habit. So reduce it gradually, do it over time. I think that's always the best way to go. There's little things that you tend to spend on every day and that you know that you should reduce, those sort of things, and they're not on my list. Please do comment below. It'll be good to see what else other people spend their money on and that they want to reduce. So yeah, thanks for watching.